Now, focusing from India to the global world, and with the clarity that license and these things are different, let's discuss what typically are an option for me if I am an Indian MBBS student, which all country generally in students think about. So students think about US, UK, India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, and Gulf countries. Usually, that's the trend. Okay, if you ask any normal student, where do you want to do MBBS or PG or maybe settle, you will majority hear these countries. Exceptions I can always discuss, but usually these are the countries which people have in mind. Okay. Now, whichever country you plan, those countries have their own set of examinations. I mentioned the license exam. So US has a USMLE, UK has PLAB, which was supposed to replace by an exam called as UKMLE, but UKMLA, but unfortunately due to COVID, things are on hold. India has Next, which has been announced. Canada has MECI, Medical Council of Canada Evaluation Examination. Australian Medical Council exams for Australia. New Zealand registration examination for New Zealand. And Germany has two exams. First is for medical terminology called as Fachsprüfung, and second is Kenntnisprüfung, which is for your PG. And finally, the Middle East Gulf countries, Dubai has the Dubai Health Authority, Ministry of Health is there for Abu Dhabi. So one thing is clear, whether I want to do PG or I want to do license, I have to clear this examination, right? So next obvious question is, what is the difficulty level of these examinations? So yes, USMLE is one of the difficult examination. UK PLAB is a medium level examination. The Indian exams next is expected to be difficult because they are following the global notions of patient-centered learning, comprehensive, integrated learning. Canadian MECI is a medium level difficulty, AMC is medium level, NZREX is medium level. German exam is easy provided you know the German language. Only precondition is your knowledge of German language. Gulf country exams are easy for Indian average student. Okay. Now let's take up one important factor which everybody is, you know, worries or is concerned about in the Indian system. Okay, which is the quota system. So India, US does not have any quota system. UK, of course, the Britishers taught India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Everybody learned from the Britishers because all of us were once upon a British colony. Germany has no quota system, and there is no quota system in the Gulf countries. We talk about the PG seats. In the US, there are about 34,000 seats. In the UK, there are about 15,000 seats. In India, around close to 30,000 MDMS seats. Canada is around 2,000. Australia is around 5,000. New Zealand, very less, about 500. Germany is 5,000. Gulf countries around 500. Right? So PG seats. Okay. Guys, there is a question column or a chat box with you where you can ask any question which you have, and I shall be answering them, at the end of the session. So please, any questions you guys have, feel free to type. Okay. Now, since I mentioned there are two things involved, one is PG and second is license. So let's also discuss the visa issues. Are there any visa problems in America for doctors? No. In UK, very, very high. Big problems with regards to the visa. Okay. India, of course, there is no question to be worried about. Canada, no issues. Australia, no issues. New Zealand, no problem. Germany, no problem. Gulf countries, no problem. Right? For PG or to settle. Okay. Now, let us understand which country can I ultimately settle. As I told, you can do PG from some other countries and can settle in some other countries. So if I do a PG from America, yes, I have opportunity to settle in America, no problem. If I do PG in UK, even if I do PG from there, still I cannot settle. First of all, getting PG only is like kind of big issues and big problems and lot of issues, but then there is no scope of settling. Now, please understand, I always say Indian PG degree is highly valued. Okay, do not not understand the value of doing a PG from India. Why am I saying that? Because if you have a PG from India or America, you can definitely settle in Canada if you have given this examination. So not necessary only that American PG students can settle. If you have a PG from US or India, you can settle in Australia if you have given this AMC examination. And same is for New Zealand. So all of these countries have something called as a specialist pathway, under which if you have done any PG specialization either in India or in America, you are bound to settle in that country. But can I do PG from there? Unfortunately, no, because there is lots of quota system involved. So yes, I can settle in that country if I do PG from India or US, but settling in this country is possible but not PG. Okay, clear? Can I settle in Germany? Yes, if you are having a degree from Germany, Austria, or Switzerland. Because in Germany, everything is dependent on German language. The PG is in German language. So if you speak and if you are completing PG from Germany, you can settle in Germany, Austria, or Switzerland. All right. Again, if it is Middle East, any of these countries, they will give, if you are a PG from India and America, anywhere, they will be having a red carpet for you. So if I were to in gist let you know which all countries can an Indian student dream of doing PG, then the answer is, first option is always India, second option is USA, and if I want a one-way route that I don't want to come to India, I want to settle in that country, then third option is Germany. Okay, if I want to do PG, if I want to settle in any country, then yes, I can settle in Canada, I can settle in Australia, I can settle in New Zealand, or I can settle in the Gulf countries if also I have a PG degree from India or America. So to settle, I have option of Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Gulf countries. If I have a PG from Germany, then yes, in Germany also I can settle. And if I have an American PG, then I can settle in America also. But the condition in Germany and America is that you should have a PG from that particular country. Okay. Now we talked about the good things. Now let's talk about what are the issues in each country. What are the problems? American problem is the process is long, requires hard work, and requires patience. Indian students don't have patience. They will say, okay, rather than wasting 3 years, I will buy a seat in private college, pay 1 crore, and next 10 years of life keep on paying the EMIs. So Indian students are ready to spoil their entire financial health by taking 1 crore loan, 2 crore loan, and buying a PG seat in India, but cannot wait and prepare for these exams. Where in US, I'm sure many of you might be aware that PG is completely free. There is no tuition fee involved. But of course, these exams are difficult and the process is long, requires hard work and requires patience. I always say US process is more of a career decision. Why? Because we have people with various age groups at the age of 25, 30, 45 preparing for these examinations and with their families deciding to settle in America. Okay, so yes, America is a longer journey. Now, you might be wondering, I said no for UK when it came to PG. I said no for UK when it comes to settle. Why am I so biased? Because I am not one of those coaching classes in South India who just wants to mint money. In South India, the way people sell, especially in Hyderabad and Bangalore, USML is difficult, Indian exams are difficult, so you should study PLAB. What about the visa issues? What about the BAPIO? What about the tax system? What about the back office jobs? Nobody discusses this. Okay, so it is important that you understand this. Okay, it is important that you understand this. Okay, let me quickly show you why do I worry about this system. Okay, I see a lot of students saying, why not UK? What is the actual genuine problem? So you would want to read. This is an article in a leading UK newspaper which states long and short of UK's healthcare crisis. There is an association in UK called as BAPIO, British Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. People from BAPIO, what are they saying? What are they saying? Because these coaching classes people will not tell you. There are huge problems, working conditions in UK for doctors have deteriorated a hell of a lot. It is not as good as people think. There are not many Indians in UK at a very high position. Another doctor says if you are a white UK trained doctor, pass rate of exam is 98%. But if you are a doctor from India, then the pass rate is 34%. Very few Indian doctors at high position. Non-white doctor assessed unfairly. Glamorous specialization like cardio, ophthalm, surgery, pediatrics all go to European doctors. Non-white doctors in consultancy positions are overlooked. Awful working conditions under NHS. Okay, but if you ask any agent in South India, any coaching classes in South India, they will always appreciate UK because they just want to mint money. The best thing is to speak and understand what people who are in UK, what are they saying. Okay, so this is an article in the British Medical Journal by one of the professors, one of the doctors in South India. He was settled in UK since 1974. And can you believe it, kind of things he has said? The issues are not only from the perspective of the patients, but also their colleagues. The colleagues also don't respect you. So why would you work hard and decide to settle in a country which does not give you the respect and the sense of proud that you are a proud, physician? Can you believe it? So that is another prime reason. Now, one more thing you will be surprised to know. We are in 2020, and still there is something called as a Dugna Lagan in America. And sorry, in UK. In UK, there is something called as Dugna Lagan in 2022. Okay. So what does that Dugna Lagan mean? If you are a doctor from India, you pay double the tax. Your tax will be 400 pounds. If you are a doctor from UK, you pay 200 pounds. Can you believe it? This is very weird. This is extremely, biasness shown by a system. So we strongly condemn and not recommend our students to consider UK as an option. Okay, I hope now it is clear for many of you. All right, so we discussed about US, we discussed about UK. India, of course, we know competition is high. If you get into private college, there is high debt. A lot of hospitals don't give you high salary just because you're a graduate from a private college, and preferred branch is not available thanks to quota. But I am repeating, India should not be overlooked. Why? Because your Indian PG degree is so much of value. If you have a PG from any of these, if you have a PG from India, you can settle in any of these countries. Okay. All right. Now, what are the disadvantages of Canada? Canada, the only concern is some provinces want you to learn French language. And of course, there is the entire system, like in India or in US, there is a public and a private healthcare system. But in Canada, everything is under government. So yes, it's a good job, good salary, but it's a stable life. It's not like corporate and competition and high rise and high pay, the way it happens in India and US. So it's a good option, but yeah, I mean, it's everything is government owned. Australia, it's an expensive lifestyle, especially you plan to marry, settle there. So unless your spouse works, sometimes it becomes difficult. Quota is there, long license process. Unfortunately, when you approach any agent, so many of them tell you go for a public health course and in future think about doing PG from these countries. That's a blatant lie. Do not fall to this trap. Nobody who does public health will actually do a clinical course. Okay. Germany, what's the problem? Oh, sorry, New Zealand, what is the problem? Very small country. In fact, it is said that a veterinary physician earns more than a human physician in New Zealand, because there are more animals than human population in India. Okay, so demand is less. Germany, of course, the German language proficiency is important, and of course, it's a one-way route. You cannot come back and work in India. Okay, and Gulf countries, the only concern is a lot of these jobs are contractual jobs, and you need to be very careful when you are dealing with agencies. In past, if the agencies like the job recruitment agencies are not genuine, a lot of people have been cheated. That's the only problem. But if you are cautious and you go by the agencies which are recommended by the official Indian embassy, no problem. So you need to follow the Indian embassy guidelines, and then it shouldn't be an issue. So I hope this one picture for everyone is clear.